This is CBA, Commonwealth Bank. Now I've just got it on here to show you what I look for when I'm doing a day trade. Generally, if I'm day trading, I'm going short. When I buy things, they tend to go down, so I solve that problem by selling instead. So I buy to invest, but if I'm day trading, then I'm looking for stocks that showing signs of weakness, and Commonwealth Bank is one of those stocks, and I'm primarily using volume to determine weakness and what price is done on volume, but I'm also using the pitchforks as well. So I've got a couple of pitchforks here. It's a bit messy, but I've got my red one, which is the low, the high, and the low here. And I've got this blue one, which is the same low, the same high, but then this major swing down here. And then I've added a first warning line, which is just parallel to these lines here, and it's getting some nice touches there. And so we're zooming in to the action, closer up, and there's my red median. You can see it's come down through the red median, and it's gone and tried to back test, and it's just missed. So and it's also just missed my blue back test of the upper tine and come back. So that's there's a little rule called Hagopian's rule, that where price pivots before it should, then it'll often go back past the previous swing low, and which is at least that one, and probably even that one there. I've also got a green pitchfork and a black pitchfork here. So the black pitchfork was this swing, that low, that high. The price came down to the median, went back up, and it's just missed that as well. So it's showing some weakness there. The real telling one is this green pitchfork from that low, high, low, where price has been unable to make it up to the median line, and if it fails to make a median line, it often will reverse back past the previous swing. So in the pitchforks, I'm looking at weakness there, but I'm looking at the volume. What's the volume telling me? And what I'll go back and look at is the highest volume bar that's influencing price right now, and a major one is that one right there. So we'll zoom in on that one, and I've marked off the high and the low, and that's projected, and you can see how that's acted as a zone of distribution right throughout. It's had a big sell-off in there. It's tried to rally on less volume, and it's just collapsed. And every time it's tried to get up on low volume, it's never going to break that on low volume. There's just no way it can do it. It's tried to do it, failed, bang, down she goes, punished severely. It's tried to do it again. It looks like it tried to exert a little bit of effort to get through the bottom line, but just no support from the smart money, from the professional end of the market, and she's collapsed again. She's tried again, collapsed again severely, and the high volume bar. See, all the high volume bars in this area are all down bars going back down. So you see on this last time, they've actually tried to gap it over. They've gapped it over, but it's all been to distribute, and then bang, the high, when the volume really came in, was the down bar back into that zone and back down. So there's our weakness, a definite weakness there. And then in our recent swing, it's gone up again on low volume in our high volume bar, and volume's kicked up, but it hasn't gone anywhere. It's a fairly narrow spread bar. It hasn't been able to make any headway at all, so that tells you it's being capped in the top, and down she comes. So this volume, so I've got immediately above me, I've got an area of that's very weak, and it's got a lot of bad volume. I'm just when I'm zooming in, looking at Monday. Today is Tuesday, the 10th of May. But I'm looking this on Monday, so I'm leaving out the Tuesday's bar, so we don't see what's going on. and but we've got two little up thrust bars. They're trying to get into that volume area and they just can't do it. So I'm now looking to go, looking at that as a potential short. So come Tuesday, actually, I did do a short trade on, I did trade that bar yesterday based on the one before it, after seeing all this weakness, and it was a nice little trade there. But anyway, I'll do today's because that was the most, it's the most recent, so I can remember what happened. But anyway, plus I got new lines all over the place, so I won't have to redraw them. So now I'm looking to go short. So I'll zoom in onto the 1 hour. And I've drawn a couple of, there's your pitchfork where it's failed to reach the median line. And there's another one, and it's gone up and it's come back down from a bad volume area. And I'm projecting that it'll possibly go past the same distance. It'll make a swing the same distance on the other side, perhaps, or at least down to that bar there, maybe, possibly. Anyway, I've also got the 20-day, or not 20-day, the 20 EMA headed down. So this morning I was looking for opportunities to short, and you'll find that where these pitchforks really come into their own is on the 1 minute chart. That's what we're going to look at. And here we go. Well, I might go to the, have a look. There's the 1 hour. There's a 15-minute chart. There's today, there's yesterday. I've got this down, drawn this little downtrending channel here. So we're in this channel. We're actually on the bottom of this downtrending channel, so I'm looking for an opportunity to short, possibly off the top of this channel here. And what does the market give us? Bang, a gap up, right, bang, straight on the top of that channel, straight away. So so now we'll go to the 2 minute. And so there's Monday, here's the day. First bar up, I'm trying to get rid of that high volume bar there. But anyway, it's relatively high volume as it goes up, but the price, it gaps up, but the price closes on its low. This is on high volume. So immediately you know that the stock is being sold into. Then it's trying, what I'm looking at is that the price is trying to rise then on less volume above this bar, and it's not going to do it. So it's gone up, and then it's gone up again on less volume again, and then collapsed. So by this stage I've put my order in at the 52.87, and then that gets filled on the next bar. It's a bit of a worry because it goes up on volume, but the next bar is weak. See, it's closed on its low, it's well off its low. The next bar again's gone up, but it's gone up on less volume again. So that's a no demand. So what do you do with that? Well, I add another trading parcel to it up there. By the end of this bar, I've added another trading parcel up there because it's just going up on a too low volume. So I'm pretty confident that that I'm pretty close to the top of the range for the day, because it's gone up on a weak bar and then tried to rise on less volume. So I've got two packets in there, one at the 52.87 and one right there at the 52.96. And so it's a bit of a nervous wait while you're waiting, but eventually she starts to roll over. Actually, I was looking at the 1 minute chart. Sorry, I got all these lines all over it, but I will. There we go. That's better. So all this volume just coming right at the beginning. She closed low, and then she's trying to rise higher. And this is where I put my order in at 52.87. And then when it's got all this low volume up here, trying to get up here on lower volume, after this bar collapses down, then I'm putting in a second order, a limit order up here at the 52.96 at this high here, and it gets filled. And down she goes, and then I'm just watching on the pitchforks. Draw a couple of pitchforks here while you're watching the birds grow. And so I'm still making a loss on my first packet, or close to it's going up and down. And then I drew this pitchfork here. I'll zoom in on there. And what's happened is price has come up and it's failed to hit the median line of the pitchfork. So what does that tell me? Immediately once that failure happens, I know it's going past this pivot here. And these signals and these trading rules become more reliable on very recent pivots, especially on these 1 minute and 2 minute charts. You can pick weakness in swing cycles very quickly. So once it's done that, I'm going, okay, that's it. Because I'm looking for it, for me to get really comfy, I'm looking for it to break this weak bar here and this very weak bar here. And once I see that, I know, okay, it's going at least to challenge that weak bar. I've drawn another pitchfork again on the next swing, this black one, and again, when price struggles to get there, see this high volume, and she struggles to go up, I know it's going down. And then she's broken it. I've got this red pitchfork here, from this high to this low to this high, and she's just tracked down it for most of the day. It started going a bit sideways, but still down. I've got a new channel coming in there, so we're just watching it going down. Then what I see, I've got my limit order at 52.36. And it gets there, but I don't get filled. So I raise it up to 52.37. I'll just zoom in on here again. But I don't get filled. And but then what I'm seeing is down the bottom here, all this volume starts kicking in, and all of a sudden I'm not getting filled. I do get, my first parcel does get filled, but my second parcel doesn't get filled. So at this point, with all this volume coming in at the low, I'm suspicious now that buying's coming into the market. So I've just pulled the pin at 52.42 and gone and traded something else, and it did actually. I would have actually got filled if I left it on there, because it went down again, but anyway, that's bad luck. But she did then rise up quite rapidly, not anywhere near there, but it was, you know, when you see strength coming in at those bottoms, or volume coming in at those bottoms, you know, I don't want to be just watching it going up. It actually did give an opportunity to go again, but I was trading something else, so I missed that. So you just got to put that down to bad luck. But anyway, I've got my 50 to 60 cent range for the day, and that was a very good trade.